Hello everyone, I'm Bearadactyl and welcome back to Hypnagogia Boundless Dreams, but it's probably going to be the final episode, at least until we get a hefty content update or something down the road, which is definitely a possibility given we're still not even at a 1.0 to my knowledge. But this episode we're going to actually do the other side of the Legend of Theria. And from there, also try and figure out what the secret of this place is, because, yeah, there's supposed to be a very well hidden secret here on this island. See, according to Goji himself. But yeah, let's go to Mushroom Land. Yeah, I know, not as fun as it sounds. Bloop. But it's the last ending we have to get. I'm gonna ignore you. And yeah, we're just gonna rush all the way to the end real quick. And I'll be right back. Alright, we're back. So it turns out I can still flirt with the door and get the other achievement, because there's another flirt route with the door that I didn't take. Yeah, I'm a friggin' mysterious and ancient stone side with a friggin' scenting eye. Of course I got a riddle. You're cute. What? No. Yeah, we know. You're cute? You can't be serious. I can't believe I'm being hit on by some schlubby glitter goblin right now. I'm not schlubby. This is so not on my agenda today, or like ever. Fine, I'll humor you. What about me do you think is cute? Your personality. My personality? Well, that's something new. Not many people have met her for fans of the whole, cryptic door thing. That's kind of nice to hear, even if we just met. Wait, what I was saying, I'm not supposed to feel endeared by you. What is this, some kind of bargain bin dating sim? You're by far the strangest, most oddball, cutest little gremlin I've ever met. You've got me all flushed now. I need to get out of here for a little while and clear my head. Gotta go. See, I charmed her open this time. Oops. But yeah, I'll be right back because I have to get to the temple and all that good stuff. Oh, would you look at that? We're back and she's blushing. I don't know if this is different, so I'm gonna keep this included just in case. First you had to flirt with me, then you go and invade my dreams? This is insane. Oh, I get it, you can't get enough of me, can you? Well, I gotta say, that's pretty weird. Really weird. Well, here I am in the flesh. Didn't anyone ever teach you about boundaries? Whatever. I don't have time for this. I've got a job to do. Although, maybe you being here is actually a blessing in disguise. You might be able to have a problem. Help with what? Aha, I knew you'd be interested. But you stumbled upon this place for a reason other than to impress me. Anyways, I guess we might get to know each other down here. I'm Thera. And you are? Flirt. You're getting real predictable, you know. Not shy, but that's getting old. Let's do a little more mature, shall we? Fine, whatever. Don't even know who you are anyways. I'll just refer to you as I always have, so far. A weirdo. Listen, precious artifact, you know the usual drill. Yeah, be right back again. Also, I do want to warn everyone that the other ending I didn't get is the sad ending. And I apologize, but I'm doing this for completionism's sake. And yeah, that's really all there is to it. Once again, be right back. Alright, we're back, and yeah, this is gonna suck, and I'm gonna hate it, you're gonna hate it, we're all just gonna have a bad time. And yeah, the last section, I'm just gonna montage through bits and pieces, not the whole thing. Because this whole episode does not need to be like a 30-minute montage. But yeah, I can... You already know where this is going. Everything's worked out the way it should have. Oh boy. I hate this. I knew something was different because I thought you might be the one. That's why I want to ask you. Be the one to make me happy? I'm sorry. It's okay, don't be. I'm the one that should be saying sorry. So silly to think something like this would be possible. Realize now, to burden you with this situation out of nowhere. It's not a fair thing to do. Guess there was some small spark of something I saw in you. Something that would make me happy, make me complete. It's always funny, life. Even now when I keep telling myself you're only just a dream. But I know deep inside, we're all just a dream. Oh God. Yeah, this is worse than I thought it was gonna be. Alright then, bye. Anyway, let's go find that last secret, shall we? This never happened. This is just for the sake of completion. Oh my God. Alright then, this is the bad ending. This is the very bad ending. Everything died. I fucked up. I fucked up hard. Yeah, I fucked up really hard. Oops. I don't like this ending. Sodaraptor, I love you. You make great games, but, no. There's no other plaque here. The writings were illegible. Piece of them lost long ago. Wounds left even time was unable to heal. Never found, never helped, never loved. Their heart in exchange for eternal peace. I remember you, youngster. Seems you returned where you once were, although I can't say how much time has passed exactly. I remember you ventured in that thicket and must have found yourself lost for quite a while. But judging by everything surrounding us, it would appear you weren't the only one who ended up lost. Guess for certain folks, some things they're just not ready for. Big decisions, life-changing ones. But it's okay. You still have a lot ahead of you. Everyone moves on and finds a new decision to make. The question for you is, what decision will you make will make a real difference? How do you know which ones actually matter? The only thing that matters is that you decide and move on. What do you say? I feel like a bad person. I am a bad person. Oh God. I'm a horrible, shitty human being after that. Well. So long, youngster. Yeah, that ending never happened. That was just a what if. If I have to go through and get the happy ending again, at some point I will. If it wasn't 3 a.m., I would. Now, cut to me looking for the secret? Hi, Goji. Fuck you. I'm mad. I'm upset. Hello. What do we have here? I found something. Oh, a whole ass world. Okay, I think we have another dream. This is very vaporwave. Oh, it's the model showcase? Okay. Character model gallery. Let's see, you managed to find this little tucked away secret. This is a gallery of every unique character model animation I created in Hypnagogia Boundless Dreams, all lovingly made from scratch. I haven't played the entirety of the game, including all the hidden levels. It's highly recommended you do that first. Big spoilers. Approach any of the info markers to learn more about a character, the model, and other fun development facts. You can return to Level Hub anytime by using the portal behind you or leaving from the pause menu. Enjoy. Well, I think I've 100% of this game. There are over 3,000 lines of dialogue written for interactions and dialogue with the world's characters. Majority of text was created before the levels were and greatly helped establish character personalities and what they could be doing when you met them. Did you know the characters and environment model was made using 3ds Max modeling program? Details for low poly models were then sculpted, painted in ZBrush. Once unwrapped, they went through a texture baking process using XNormal. The low fidelity look at the textures were created using Photoshop and then crunched down to sizes at or below 256 by 256. 3ds Max, interesting. Hypnagogia Boundless Dreams is a follow-up to the previous game known simply as Hypnagogia. It was released for free online in November 2020 from submission to the LSD Game Jam. Much of the content in that game showcases the foundational beginnings of what would become later Boundless Dreams. Many references and inspirations for the designs of Boundless Dreams, which for video games from the mid to late 90s. Silent Hill, Crash Bandicoot, Super Mario 64, Escape Mega Man, Metal Gear Solid, and of course LSD Dream Simulator. There's some Legend of Zelda there. I'm sorry, but Legend of Zelda is nothing but a giant forest temple love letter. Nearly 400 unique models were created for the game, including characters, props, pickups, and level assets. Many share their textures using a texture atlas in order to cut down on the number of individual files needed for the game to process. Wow, that's a mouthful. Anyway, there are 300 unique textures created for the game's different worlds. Most were created from scratch, such as ones in Space World or Candy World. Others were created using a basic foundational texture found on textures.com. It took 8 months and 28 days to create Hypnagogia Boundless Dreams, totaling 257 days. The most days, up to 8 hours, were spent conceptualizing, designing, modeling, writing, playtesting the game. Much sleep was sacrificed, and you've created something better than a lot of 3 AAA games. Mayor Moral, Hidden Spring, unique animation ones. You'll be hard-pressed to find a mayor as laid back as Mayor Moral. As leader of the Mushroom War Village, he keeps the stress down by saying, worry-free among the rest of his fungus friends. He's not without his wisdom, however, and believes sentimental appreciation is one of the few genuine aspects of life. His assistant, Mung, normally handles all of his busy work, but just can't seem to help himself from telling a bad joke or two. He's relaxed from whatever he's smoking. Foreman Fran. The greedy and impatient boss of Cave World's workforce, she rules her employees with an iron fist. Fran has one goal in mind, getting a hold of a missing dream crystal shard. After discovering a floating mine, the fragment began imposing a negative effect, amplifying her already corrupt mind to new heights. She doesn't get her way, however, thanks to the combined efforts of Dreamer and Bernard the Cave Sage. Mushroom Villagers. 7 animations. Tiny toasted dwellers in Mushroom World. They have a knack for exploring, gardening, and journal living around and counting wizard race that take it slow approach to everything, enjoying every life outdoors and with friends is how they spend their time. Normal villagers include Toad School Tommy, the rambunctious youngster, Freckle, and local green thumb gardener, and Explorer Niles, a scout who loves a good adventure. Bonus, the model to the left of the sign is the first pass on the Mushroom Villager. I didn't like how you couldn't see their mouths, so I went with a redesign. Oh. And then you wooed them. Alright. Bernard, the wise and tired old sage of the cave world. Working under Foreman Fern, he has no shame in hiding the fact that he has a strong dislike for maniacal business practices. Reluctantly, he agrees to help the dreamer claim the dream crystal shard, take it away from Fran. Some say he's now retired, living a peaceful life in the mountains. I have a feeling he might be based on a certain Bernard from Vermont. Cave worker goblinoids. They're kobolds, come on. Understaffed and underpaid workforce, the cave world laboring under intense form and friend, the goblinoid workers generally hate the mining life, but are too indifferent or lazy to care about doing anything else. They've had to do the bare minimum, grab their paycheck, kick it back home as soon as their shift ends, which is what everyone should be doing. You work to live, you don't live to work. The grind set is a bad mindset. Bonus, the model I see directly to the right of this box is the very first character made for the game. It was an early attempt at going for a much lower design fidelity. Unga Bunga Chunga? Yes, the wife. The weird Dorothera. Mushroom World Pyramid. 5 animations. That's a lot of polygon. It's a big polygon. Anyway, the sentient and bashful stone of the World Pyramid's ruin, unremarkable at first glance, but then approach, the spunky hunk of rock can't help but get attached to the unprepared adventurer. The dreamer catches them off guard, however, during the drive, and manages to beat the door in a test of riddles, although it's said getting to know them a little better helps pass a different test. In Forest World, the dreamer meets up with her a different form of the weird door while in one of their own dreams, and it becomes apparent that there they still show some hidden feelings for the dreamer. This was originally going to be a one-and-done interaction, but after hearing player responses, this led to the door getting much more personality and dialogue in an update. Yes. Hello, wife. Yes. Shivering settlers. Biscuit. The poor denizens of the ice world, a race of beings once adapted to humidity, but at one point forced to quickly acclimate to the subarctic temperatures after an event known as the Great Collapse. Ice world's population underwent a series of mass extinctions, leaving much of them buried under miles of ice or snow. The village chief and their husky companion Biscuit left for an expedition in search of a way to fix the world at one point, but when long forgotten, as they never returned. I love you, Biscuit. Just look at all of them. We'll get to the creepy stuff later. Water serpents, the busy and focused snake creatures of Mistworld, their jobs from the moment they reach adulthood is to monitor their appointed aqueducts, ensuring nothing stops the waters from flowing or changing colors. They perform their duties for life and are prepared to humbly test any outsiders who wish to use their mysterious waters. Depending on their hue, each serpent has a different personality and may appear assertive or passive. Shapezoids. An elusive and pragmatic race of technological-minded creatures inhabiting a series of deep space tubes. They claim to know exactly how the universe works, but are unable to describe it into words. Their actions and philosophies are dictated by all-encompassing omnipotent eye that transcends space-time and matter. There was originally going to be one of these shown performing various unique tasks with the Space World tubes, but was cut due to lack of development time. Gatekeeper Intermediary. A passive and morally ambiguous keeper of the Tower World's puzzle cubes. It appears as a fallen angel due to the inability to ever ascend from dream purgatory, now acts as a record keeper of all the dreamer's activities. The higher they go from the purgatory plane, the more disfigured they become until nothing is left. The Rejected. Decaying race of different creatures inhabiting Tower World. Each one at some point fell asleep in the world outside the dreamscape but never woke up. Over time, they slowly became one with their dreams until the dream crystal fractured and turned them into nightmares husks of their former selves. Like the gatekeepers, they too become increasingly disfigured, their skin becoming featureless meat the further they try to leave the purgatorial plane. Sorry, as I speak, my voice was kind of dying. Hello, Angel. The Dreamcatcher. The creator, the destroyer, and the controller of everything within Dreamscape. While they embody encompass all forms of abstract matter, they intentionally neglect to manipulate the events within a dream, preferring instead to have the dreamer solve problems on their own. Their main function is to prevent the dreamer from dying, by falling or otherwise, and guide them using non-obtrusive methods, including laying strict paths or creating a tool needed to progress. The wings of the Dreamcatcher are reused portions from Hypno's model. Huh. They're frightening. Hello. Sleep paralysis demons, that's what they are. Pitiful and haunting amalgamations. They're from Haunted World, School World, and the Mall World. Pitiful and haunting amalgamations create the fears of dreamers. They appear in places where any amount of fear or unease is present, no matter how subtle. Their only purpose is to keep the dreamer from waking up, to keep them asleep forever. The Dreamcatcher, a phantom, is the only thing preventing them from reaching that goal. I don't like you all at all. I especially don't like you. Wow, my voice died there. Alright, let's look at you. So the Hell World's actually the Super Mario 64 reference, by the way. Heckler, the bodyguard of Hellworld's underworld telemarketing company, is like namesake Heckler, prefers to sit back and hassle anyone who disturbs his routine napping, and unfortunately succumbs to a slow demise by hot swelling magma and recklessly destroying his own perch using his eye laser. Heckler was an obvious amount of inspiration taken from the bullies in Super Mario 64, both in design and personality. I originally wanted to give him a more dynamic boss fight, but due to the lack of development time was cut down to a scripted sequence. Oops. The telemarketers, soulless corporate and locked under an eternal contract with Stan, the CEO, they steam and spend their workdays, which is all day, spamming real-world people with sketchy deals over the phone. There's nothing they wouldn't do for a shot at a promotion, including trading their own grandma for trashy blockchain crypto. Among the dregs is Chet, the stakeholder and call center lead, who was quickly dispatched into boiling lava by the Dreamer after being fired. Stan, the CEO. Stan's name is his name and slowly but surely claiming every fungible and non-fungible asset he can find in this game. Having amassed a virtually infinite wealth of money and employees, Stan calls the shots from his mountaintop lava hot tub. Fortunately for the Dreamer, Stan isn't very keen on common sense and gets his influence revoked after being terminated by his own incompetence. Stan's model is a slightly altered version of Candy King. So it's not the other way around like I thought. Interesting. The mansion phantoms, disturbing harmless specters, dwell eternally within the haunted world's Helmsfield Manor due to a dire mistake their king made long ago. While they still walked among the living, they float restlessly through the walls, whispering strange and cryptic messages to passerby. The many who weren't lucky enough to escape death hang petrified and mutilated in the manor's basement, forever left to never see the light of day again. I really don't fucking like you. Groundsman Grady. Before the dire mistake his king friend made, Grady lived a life of seclusion and solitude in a world gone mad. Cynical, pessimistic, and grumpy, he saw his king's acts as vile and shameless, but could do nothing to stop him. After being wrongly convinced his actions would help others, Grady was forced by the king to work eternally as a groundsman for Helmsfield Manor. He now buries the many that expired at the hands of the foolish king. One second, I'll be right back. Alright, we're back. The Ghost King, separated from his precious heart due to an unforgivable mistake he made long ago. The Ghost King slowly became one with the decaying Helmsfield Manor. An avid explorer in life, he discovered a fragment of a dream crystal. He obsessed over it so much that he neglected to care for anything else, forgetting his true passions and goals until his untimely death. Once a kind, noble soul, now a rotting, destitute shell of his former self. Alright, let's do these guys. Ocean Works Research Team. Oh my fucking god. I love that. Curious and inquisitive, these aquatic researchers are always trying to deepen their knowledge. Their land-based headquarters is always giving them the runaround, never quite fulfilling their financial needs for such dangerous expeditions. Despite the frustrating circumstance, they remain calm and collected, driven more by furthering the research. Unfortunately, for one of them, curiosity led to some unexpected and unwanted results. The top half of the researcher model is borrowed from the cave goblinoid model, and the bottom half is from the desert rabbit model. Yeah, No comment about Warkus. Oh, that's what you actually look like. Keldros the Lost. A time-lost cephalopod denizen, Keldros once belonged to the noble kingdom who held the responsibility of detaining the great beast Edax after her hunger lost control. He was one of the first victims of the monster, but unlike the rest of his home, he was not killed, instead falling whole into its belly, becoming suspended in the unmoving flux of time. Never to hunger, never to sleep, and never to die, he sits and waits for another of her unfortunate meals to be his ticket out. He may be waiting for a long time. Keldros is based off the statues found throughout the underwater world. Yeah, I figured as much. Desert dwellers, the sand-ridden rabbit folk of Desert World. They make their living digging out what they can from the endlessly expanding dunes, trading one another for scraps of food, caring for the last few living strider birds and maintaining shelter from the hot sun as much as possible are their primary routines. Their leader Dusty is among them as one of the most amiable nomads. He'll agree to do whatever he can to make a better, more comfortable life for his people, even if it means sacrificing everything. Eden. Despite her imposing appearance, Eden is a kind and humble creature. She began living worry-free in the forgotten temple ruins, but took it upon herself to become its guardian after learning the existence of Edax's imprisonment there. She attempts to befriend every passerby she can, bringing subtle warnings to any who dare to explore the temple's deeper rooms. Due to her old age and frail body, however, she was only able to defend the Dreamer from Edax for so long before becoming a meal herself. She'll always be remembered. Yeah, that was fucked up, developer. Sodaraptor, my friend. And the lost ones. Body forgotten souls that live in the school world. The horrific fiends remain in place, undesired memories, reliving the nightmares of abuse and mistreatment. Unable to leave the schooled realm, they helplessly scavenge for anything that may help them escape. Realizing the Dreamer had fallen into their world, the lost ones ensured it would be a mistake to remember. The design of the character is nearly one-to-one with the creature that was seen in a real-world nightmare the school world was based on. Oh. Kind of remind me of a witch crossed with some kind of Zelda monster, to be real. Creepy as all hell, not gonna lie. Alrighty then. Gummy guys and gals. Cute, sweet, and gullible, the gummy villagers of Candy World live happily under the rule of King Candy. When he discovered a lost fragment of the Dream Crystal, the king used the imbued powers to erase the humanity of his followers, transforming them into subservient followers to rebuild his world into a paradise of confectionaries. However, many can be found relaxing and lazing off or performing tasks at their own pace, making them not so suited to work for the kingdom's undergoing construction. Because of this, the king uses the Dreamer to convince his old hermit friend to help lead his new world order. Not gonna lie, that was one of my bigger mistakes. Despite his status as king, Candy claims to be the coolest ruler out there, and his gummy followers are more than happy to back this up. He's not without his history, however. As an avid explorer long ago, Candy discovered an obsession over a lost dream crystal fragment, letting the power warp his mind and personality beyond recognition. Over time, he became interested in transforming his kingdom into a land of sweets and candy. Using the fragment's power, he sapped the world of all natural life, causing cataclysm that lead to the downfall of the realm and eventually his life. The wall paintings you find in the haunted candy grounds were generated by an AI using different text-to-image prompts. The quality of the results felt perfect for the uncanny and bizarre dream setting, so they were displayed. Oh, that actually makes sense. Hi, you bitch. The great beast Edax, an unspeakably abominable creature buried from the furthest depths and full foul and her ungovernable desire to consume as much as incomprehensibly possible. While still in her early life and with much less strength, she was captured and confined to the magically sealed temple prison by a race of squid-like cephalopod people, since then her growth slowed exponentially, and her only food being water pollutants. Over the course of a millennia, her insatiable hunger began killing her slowly, until she was able to manipulate the Dreamer into releasing her back into the open waters. Yeah, I kinda dropped the ball on that one, not gonna lie. Oh, you. Coelacanth. If you played the original Hypnagogia, you remember this guy from the Water Dream learned to swim. Due to the time constraints of the game jam the game was made for, not a lot of care was put into the creation of the coelacanth, so his polycount is outrageously high in comparison to the other aquatic creatures you see there. Still, it makes for a good side-by-side when knowing the difference in model quality between the first and second games. He's also got quite the lovable face. Yes, he does. I love him. I love him so much. The coelacanth. I'm going to name him Relicanth for obvious reasons. Anyway, let's keep it going. I see Hypno in the background there. Hello, Hypno. Oh, hi, Shark. Grimthorn. The nefarious and cunning apex predator of the dreamscape, Grimthorn is the embodiment of all things which turn pleasant dreams into wretched nightmares. After the dream crystal is finally reassembled by the dreamer, Grimthorn's true form is revealed to have been Hypno all along, manipulating events for her own selfish goals. She wishes for nothing more than complete control of the dreamscape and to turn the world into a place of total loathing darkness. Thanks to Goji's profound ethereal sacrifice, Grimthorn's goal of domination was made fruitless. Interesting. There are a total of 9 cinematic cutscenes throughout Hypnogogia Boundless Dreams, telling around 16 minutes long altogether. Each one has their own unique individual set of character animations were rigged and baked into 3D Max, then exported into their respective scene in Unity. A lot of back and forth was done between programs as animations were timed and matched properly one another. Out of all the other development tasks, creating cutscenes I was satisfied with took the most amount of time. Not surprising. Hypno. Claiming the Dreamscape's guardian, Hypno takes on the responsibility of overseeing the dreamer and their journey's progress. Her moral compass is ambiguous at best, consistently offering questionable advice and opinions on various worldly topics. Hypno believes Goji's role of protecting the dream crystal unsuitable, saying that he is untrustworthy and intentionally disappeared when he was needed most. She occasionally be seen perched in the distance watching the dreamer, or wearing a wide-brimmed witch's hat. Hypno was originally going to use the model of the Gatekeeper character, but I didn't feel like she was imposing enough. Ultimately, I went with the idea of a shifty-looking vulture creature. To be frank, I'm pleased that I think the Gatekeeper was there. Oh well, either way. Goji! The true guardian of the Dreamscape, Goji is a virtuous being of absolute purity. Goji's sole purpose is to watch over the ethereal realm, the ethereal dream crystal, and ensure it stays intact at all times. Whether something is amiss, he is awoken from his deep sleep to investigate. The bell Goji wears is a symbol of the purity of dreams and holds a supernatural source of power that quells darkness only in the most dire situations. To every individual dreamer, there exists a unique version of Goji who protects them. Oh, so there's an unlimited amount of Gojis. Cool. The Mimic. A puppet created by Grimthorn in the image of Goji in order to trick the dreamer. Stitched together from dried skins and stuffed with fleshy masses, the Mimic was given everything but a brain. Through the lack of intelligence, it fails to reclaim lost dream crystals for Grimthorn, instead becoming distracted by each of the colorful dream worlds. Although it doesn't start out inherently evil, it develops a craving for malice after being inevitably betrayed by its evil overseer. The Dreamer. A being from the outside world temporarily existing and traveling between dreams in hopes they will ultimately awaken. The events of Hypnagogia Boundless Dreams begin when the dreamer fell into a deep sleep from within the real world in which they were summoned by the Seraphim Dreamcatcher. In their own personal world of hypnagogic hallucinations, there the dreamer remains trapped until the fractured dream crystals reassembled. Their morals, actions, and personality are dictated by the person controlling them, you. The dreamer began as a repurposed human model from the city world level in the first Hypnagogia. Points for efficiency, I'll give you that. I'll check up there in a moment. I'm kind of curious about something back here. Alright, we're good. I love this entire world. It's just a giant vaporwave aesthetic. By the way, I can't wait for more Hypnagogia, and I really, really, really hope that we get more. Because, you know, this game is awesome, and Sodaraptor, I love you. You and Warkus are, bar none, my favorite developers currently of the haunted PS1 world. Not haunted, of the haunted PS1 and haunted PS1 and the PSX aesthetics. If you get what I mean. The retro game thing that's researched. Anyway, away I go. That's it? Oh. Well, the models don't have collision, I can tell you that. Alright, so what do, where, go, how, leave? That is the magical question. I have this, but why? Is there something hidden, maybe? Wouldn't surprise me. I'll be right back. See if I can find something, and then after that, I'll end the episode, whether there is something or not. Alright, so it doesn't look like there's anything else here. If there is, I'll find it in a future episode or stream or something. But yeah, that is absolutely all the time that I have for this episode. Okay, that was weird. But yeah, either way, as always, thank each and every one of you for watching. I really do appreciate it, and a special thanks to everyone who followed me through on this entire journey. Next Wednesday, it's gonna depend on if something releases or not. What's coming next, because I do have a special planned. We're pretty much just waiting on something to come out right now for that. And other than that, I have another game by Sodaraptor that I plan on playing. But yeah, other than that, we'll probably be going back to the Long Dark, wrapping up Lena's Inception, all the stuff that I've been planning on doing but never did. But yeah, either way, if you're enjoying your stay, you know the drill. Like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Helps me out, YouTube algorithm. We must obey, unfortunately. And, of course, this is Bearadactyl signing off. And I'll see you all later.